Seasons of greetings. It is Wednesday, hump day. We are heading out to immigration this afternoon. We were gonna go this morning, but one World Cup was on and they had a live match on, so let me backtrack. We were just being lazy and didn't feel like getting up, moving and grooving that early. And World Cup was on too. So, kind of fiddle-farted around the house a bit. Watched the Ecuador and Mexico game. Mexico got some good defense, huh? Or, I don't know, maybe Ecuador just wasn't up to the task. I don't know. But, Mexico was looking pretty good. I was messaging some of the homies back home saying, man, any of you guys happen to be in like a Mexican joint watching this right now? Because I could see where that would be a festive affair. But anywho, that just went off probably 20-30 minutes ago. And immigration, I think, opens back up at 1 from their lunch break. They have a hard break. It's either 11 to 12 or it's 12 to 1, and we haven't been since I got my 1-year stamp, so it's been a while. Well, a couple months anyway. But I think it's 12 to 1 is their hard break. And anyway, gonna scoot over there, and today I'm supposed to do my 90-day check-in, my very initial 90-day check-in after I get my 1-year stamp. But like I said before, we did exit the country to go to Vietnam and come back in, which should reset that clock. But I mean, it is like 1 July, and I think I'm just gonna go and do it, and then, you know, I don't have another check-in until roughly 1 October. And yeah, so I don't know, just keep it around end of the month, first of the month kind of schedule. That should hold for a little while. We were in there last time when I was getting my 1-year visa stamp, and there was a guy paying his fee for, was it an overstay? I think he just forgot to do his check-in, so I don't know what he had to pay, 1,000 baht, maybe a little more than that, I'm not sure. But, you know, stamp and pay and on his way. But anyway, gonna go out there and do the check-in. And I was gonna say first and foremost, but not really, because the big business that I want to get handled at immigration today is moving my 1-year stamp from my old passport over to my new passport. And there was a form that I filled out, and we've got copies of everything: old passport, new passport, and both physical passports, both old and new, with copies of both the pages that they want. And they want my last entry, my last 1-year visa stamp, and then they want they say a TM6, but a TDAC, I think, is what they're really talking about. They don't really want a TM6, they want a TDAC. So gonna take the digital arrival card from last time we came back in, and then of course we got my wife's house book, because all the property is hers. But for you weirdos out there that want to get uppity about Thai property laws and stuff, and then copies of that too. So we'll slide out there and see what we can get done. My wife is of the opinion that they're gonna tell me, well, just use both passports until your next 1-year stamp, because she thinks that's what the immigration folks told us outbound when we were leaving Suvarnabhumi last time, that you just use the same. Some spare socks, dear?
No, I said not wear.
Oh. Gonna give you blisters?
No.
No.
That I feel like no sock better.
Better. Oh, smoother.
Chai.
Less material in there. But wifey's got some new shoes. She's got these Adidas Samba slip-ons. Pretty fashionable. Pretty fashionable cat, my wife here. But anyway, she thinks that they're going to tell me, nah, just come back when your next 1 year is good. So that means that every exit and entry from here on out until then, I would have to carry 2 passports. Yeah, which is, I think that's kind of weird. If there is a form for transferring stamp from passport A to passport B, which is what I've printed out and filled out already, if there is a form for that, it makes me think like that's something that they do on a fairly regular basis. But what do I know? I'm just an immigrant on a non-immigrant visa. Again, for all you semantics folks out there, well, I'm an expat. Are you, or are you an immigrant? Well, I'm not on an immigrant visa, so I can't be an immigrant. Okay. Again, semantics. But heading out to visit Dole Mall. See you in a bit. Well, we're here. We have arrived. They don't open for another roughly half hour. There's a couple of cars in the parking lot. Folks waiting, hanging out. But I guess if it starts to get full, we'll stroll on over. But yeah, we're parked under this awning. Pretty cool. Shaded parking. First time we ever got here and it not be packed underneath this thing. It is kind of tight parking the way they spaced out the framing of this thing. But yeah, hopefully no scratches, no riffraff when we get ready to leave. See you in a bit. This compound that's just outside of immigration here, I don't know if it's necessarily this building, but the one further back is the old immigration office for Korat. But it's a pretty good space over here. Parking lot's decent. There's a copy shop that I think I've shown. It's kind of tucked away behind the trees over there. It's across the street and outside the compound. But generally speaking, when you come over here, you're always forgetting a copy of something, or they need 3 more copies of something else. So it's real convenient to pop over there and get your copies or your scans or whatever you need, and then come back over across the street. And then there's a little cafe right next to it too. So they've got a little pond out there with some fish in it. And there's usually a slew of folks over there hanging out. But hopefully we can avoid all that today and just get in and out and get what we need. Well, with that passport all the way filled up, what they're requesting is we get a copy of my old passport, which was filled. A copy of every single page in it, which I had on my computer, but I didn't think they would need that because that's not laid out in the like 6 or 7 items on the checklist that they need for transferring the stamp from old passport to new. So wifey shuffled over here across the street, so I'm sure she's pleased about that, and it's warm out too, so we go get caught up with her and then we'll shuffle back over with all these copies. Until that date?
No,
Yeah.
until the new one.
Oh, yeah.
Until you get a visa for next year.
Oh, so I carry both my visas, or both my passports rather, until I get my next annual visa refresh. Which is kind of weird, but that's okay. Took us about an hour and a half to get all that done, and we did have to run across and make some copies. Can you make it in?
Yeah.
Okay. Tight. So I think this is like single parking, but people double park. I probably should have just parked in the middle. Can you make it? Wife had about 2 inches of door clearance over there. So yeah, that's a wrap. They've transferred everything over, like I said, but yeah, we still have to. Still got to carry both passports for a bit. But man, it's empty in this parking lot. There's no one here, and it's 2 o'clock. I guess that was a good day to come. So yeah, about the usual riffraff. You always got to make a copy of something, or there's something else they need. In most cases, you can just run across the street there, like I said, and run your copies. But the lady that was doing my transferring the stamps, man, she had no less than like 40 stamps in front of her, and she was just bouncing around picking up different stamps. And I'm glad I went with the thicker passport book. So if you order a new passport, it doesn't cost anything extra to just get the thicker one, and it's like 50 pages of that are good for visa stamps. And you know, ideally entry and exit's only done on like 1/2 page, so that's a lot of traveling. Of course, my last passport filled up so quick because I was doing a lot of work trips and trips coming here, and I had it for like the last year. And I mean, this week I've been living here for a year, so we've taken quite a few trips out of the kingdom. They have totally rearranged all their buildings here. So this main building that's behind me, I was gonna film walking around there, but I don't know how much they like to see cameras out and about. But the main hall, I'm not even sure what you go in there for, but the place where you do your 90-day check-in is the same building that we've always been in, but they rearranged it. And so now there's like 3 desks worth of people working at them, and a whole like 3 rows of chairs for people to actually sit in their queue and relax. And the sign still says queue outside and wait on your number, but it's hot outside. But there's nice AC flowing when you get up in there. And then 2 doors down from there is where we will come back and do my long-term visa every time. So we don't go back up to the main building anymore. And then the visa information place that used to be just like the collecting point where everyone files in, gets their documents checked, and then if you're good, you get a queue to go up to the main hall. Now you just do everything in that lower building down on the same level as where you do your 90-day check-in, in that one long row of buildings. I don't know, it's kind of weird, but I think that's good that they've separated all those buildings up. And so the hall that you used to go in for information now says that's for 90-day check-ins and renewals and extensions for people of certain countries. Laos, Myanmar. What else was on that? Did you see the sign? It only had certain countries listed on there. But that makes sense because there are a lot of Burmese people. Burmese. You wouldn't really say Myanmarese, right? You still say Burmese, so why don't we still say Burma? I guess we can say Burma. But Burma, Laos, lots of those folks are here because those are neighboring countries. So that makes sense. But now I'm rambling and we need to get some lunch because it's 14 hundo just after, and I think wifey's starving like Marvin. So before anybody gets hangry, let's go get a snack. We found a couple of plates. Let's see where this takes us. I think this cat's over here watching the fish. Welcome back. Did that thing again where I didn't post. How about that background? You know, this Ubuntu 2604 is moving and grooving. I'm a fan, but this isn't a Linux video. We're gonna shoot up the street and see if we can catch that burger joint open that we tried to go to. I don't know if that was yesterday or if it was the day before. Yesterday we did take you out to immigration though. Success. I got out there and got my stamp moved over from one passport to another, and I will be a 2-passport carrier for, I can't remember how long I have to carry both of them for. I think it's until I renew my 1-year visa, but I won't be doing that until March, April time frame. But anyway, we're gonna scoot up the street and see if we can catch the burger joint open, and I think the backup plan is a little bit of Gayang and Khao Niao. That's just around the corner from there over towards the zoo. Really good stuff. Gayang is just barbecued chicken, and Khao Niao is sticky rice. And if you need a quick and easy protein-filled meal, that Gayang is good. It's just straight barbecued chicken, and it's delicious. And it's pretty cheap too. You know, the more and more you eat Western food over here, the expenses will start to stack up. But gonna see if we can catch that little burger trailer. And yeah, if it's shut, just keep cruising around the corner and we'll get some BBQ chicken. But we'll catch up with you in a bit. I don't know if we're going over to the house today. I thought like while we're out, maybe pick up some drinks while we're there near the 7-Eleven and take them over for the dudes that are at the house. But maybe not. We did talk to the builder, or wifey talked to the builder again yesterday, and I think our plan has come together for the stamped concrete project. So I think once that starts, I'll go over with the GoPro and maybe do one of those cool time-lapse videos or something. But that'll be interesting to see, and wifey's excited about not seeing grass and weeds and debris all over the place all the time. So she's picked out a design, and then we've picked out a design roughly for the awning that's going to go out over the front of the car park. So that's going to be huge, because right now it's too shallow, and I want to push it all the way out to like where the gate's at. So anyway, and that will afford us like 20 something foot of covered parking, which would be good, so we can get in there and work out, park the car, maybe add another vehicle down the road, and have plenty of space to do so, and keep them out of the weather, because the way our carport is here, it's so shallow. I think I've talked about it a few times. It's kind of in the weather no matter what you do, and no one really has a full-on garage over here like you would have back in the States. So yeah, see you in a bit. They are open today. Right, let's see what we got here. We got a little French fry basket on top. Cute little French fry basket. Cute little burger box. Man, it smells really good. Yeah, buddy, that don't look too bad. Give you a review right after. These taters look good. What you got? Cheese lava? Cheese lava chicken wrap? Spicy chicken cheese. That is a tasty burger. You're going to be washing your hands after this one. It was a messy one, folks. There was no way I could do any camera work and eat that at the same time. It was tasty. Fries are tasty. Wife's trying to force feed me this other cheese lava wrap. I don't know if I can handle that after that burger. Small, though. We got some jalapenos in there. Tasty. Maybe I'll try it. Maybe not. We'll see. Man, that was good, though. It was a tasty burger. You're going to wash your hands afterwards, and hopefully you wash them beforehand, too. But she was a good one. I'll repeat. All right, these little wraps are good. There's some jalapenos in there. There's some cheese in there. Chicken. It's got some spice to it. There's some veggies in there. The burger was really good. And so right next to that food truck was 5-star chicken, hot dial chicken, and it's always been there. But we got a few pieces of chicken for later on and some sticky rice. But this is maybe I'll get a better snap of this in a minute. It's like the smoky flavored chicken. Kind of reminds us of like a Christmas ham or something. Yeah, so it even came with a free cup. Eat, drink, and be merry. Most definitely a Christmas themed cup with what looks like a Hello Kitty on there, all bundled up for some snow. Eris Trail. Hot So Cool. Yeah, so it's a bit confusing. Like the trailer, I guess, is called Eris Trail. But one of the signs also said Mike Kebab, Mike Burger. So I don't know. Yeah, hard to tell. Yeah, free cup though. It reminds me of a Popeyes cup. Probably just because it's orange. She was like, CLI, what color do you want? I was like, yeah, see some. I'll take an orange one. Pretty cool. So 2 wraps, fries, and a burger. And this free 99 cup was $290. Couldn't tell if it was $2.99 or $2.90 baht, which is a pretty good deal. And I'm full. And we got chicken and sticky rice for later. And I think we might swing by the house, but we'll see what happens. It looks like it's about to pour. Yeah, we'll follow up. We are back at the house. Had a banging lunch. Just went down the street in the neighborhood here on a little BEERUN beer run. And gonna call it good for this one, folks. I think this weekend the building dudes are going over to the house to do some leveling. I think pull out all the grass and just kind of get the dirt leveled so they can do the stamped concrete. So I think that's gonna move pretty fast. You said they're coming Sunday to do that? Sunday? Yeah, Sunday to do all the dirt leveling and everything. Yeah, nobody else will be working on the house on that day, so we got that to look forward to. And I think, like I said, I'll start going over there and making maybe some decently entertaining time-lapse videos of that. And I imagine they do it just like they do anywhere else in the world when they do stamped concrete, you know. Level everything out, pour it, stamp it, and then I think they throw, what's it, like an accelerator or something on the end, and a bit of coloration. And yeah, and then get the pattern all stamped in. We were trying to go for this classic like brick look, where there's like two one way and then another two perpendicular or whatever. But I guess they don't have the stamps for that, so we went with another, I think it's an ashlar slate kind of pattern. It's gonna look good. It's gonna be a dark gray kind of stamp for like the main body of the concrete, and then the exterior like a lighter, not quite white, but like a beige on the outside of it, running around the edge of the perimeter. So I think it's gonna look really good. And then on one side we're gonna have those trees taken out on the, as you're coming into the house, the innermost side of the wall. And then the farther wall, we're gonna leave the trees there. They're a different kind of tree. They're really plush and soft, and yeah, I like those trees. I don't know what they're called, but they're really nice. The ones on the other wall are cool too, but the neighbor already has really tall trees on the other side of the wall, and wifey wants to move those out, which is fine because that'll maximize the like that side of the house is what we're going to use for the sitting area, sit outside dining and all that. And then eventually somewhere down the line an outdoor kind of cooking area, which will be covered. So if this awning looks really good that we put on the front of the driveway, maybe we do something like that similar on the side and kind of cover the porch, the seating area out there. But yeah, cool. But gonna get out of here, and I'm gonna weave all these videos together. And I think I've been rambling for like 2 days now and haven't put it all together for a video. So if not 3 days. Anyway, thanks for coming along. We'll see y'all shortly. Bye.